What's going on, Internet? I'm John Rettinger. Welcome back to an episode of Ask the Buffalo. This is the show where I sit my butt on this comfy couch, we talk about tech, and I try to answer your questions about phones, tablets, anything in between, and sometimes even oddly medical questions. Let's go ahead and jump right into the first one. It comes from Twitter at Dizzy Vulture asks at John for Lakers. Will the upcoming Samsung Note 5 be based on the same Edge concept? Thoughts? I think that the Galaxy Note 5 is going to take design cues from the Galaxy S6. Meaning it's going to look probably like a bigger version of that with an S Pen. Supposedly it'll auto eject, so it should be a cool feature. For those of you holding out for the next Note Edge, I don't think we're going to see an actual Note Edge. I think what we're going to see is a Galaxy S6 Edge Plus, sort of just a different name for what ordinarily would be called Note Edge. Very confusing. So the moral is we're going to have one Note, not an Edge version, but we're going to have multiple S6 Edges. So I think we're going to have the S6 Edge Plus, maybe let's call it the S6 Plus. It's going to have both curved edges and probably have a 5.5-inch screen. So lots of Samsung phones still yet to come this year. Next question comes from @GoldDIJK, who asks at John4Lakers, how do you think Apple will implement Force Touch the next iPhone? Will it be thicker, non-physical home button? I do think the home button is going bye-bye, but I do not think it's going to happen this gen. I think it's going to be a big change for the iPhone 7. I don't think Force Touch is going to make the phone any thicker at all either. I think Force Touch is going to be another way to interact with the device. And I think when we saw iOS 9, so the multitasking inside, that's really the way it's going to be work. So Force Touch is going to be another button. Essentially be able to hold down to move things around. You can move the cursor around on the iPad. I think that's how you'll be able to interact with the OS. Also, I don't think we've seen all that iOS 9 can do, and I would wager that Force Touch is going to be a big issue. I'm thinking maybe something similar to the Android menu button where you get sort of another contextual options to click through, but we'll see in a few months. Next question comes from @Strivuous, who asks, at John4Lakers, do you think the OnePlus One with the OnePlus 2 will create a lot more interest in OnePlus and to even casual consumers, non-techie? That was a lot of OnePlus. Yes, if they keep the price point low. That was really the big appeal behind the original OnePlus One, is that you were getting flagship specs at an entry-level price, or at least sort of entry-level for a phone that was spec'd the same way. They can do the same thing with the OnePlus 2. I think it's going to appeal to absolutely everybody. Now, you're not going to see a OnePlus 2 in carrier stores. I think it's still going to be sold the same way, probably with the Android system. Sorry for that, I know it's annoying, but it's a way for the company to save money, and they are a startup. But I think that the interest in the company grew over the first device. I think it's going to only grow exponentially over the second device. We already know some cool things about it. It's going to use USB-C. It's going to have a larger screen. I would wager it's going to be a 2K screen. But now we're just sort of counting down now until we get to know everything the OnePlus 2 has to offer. And I'm excited. I love the original OnePlus One. And last but not least, Sweet Almond Joy asks, I'm more of a Mounds man myself, but at John4Lakers, how has Project Fi been working? Do you think that'll be a deal once it's public? So Project Fi has actually been awesome. Pricing aside, I still think the data at $10 per gig is expensive, but it's working absolutely incredibly. I'll give you sort of a case study. We took the train up to LA to go to E3. We're in the train station. I've got Verizon, Ralph, who was with us, had AT&T. And inside the train station, neither of us had service. Niven, though, had his Project Fi device, which again jumps in between Wi-Fi and Sprint and T-Mobile, and he had 3 bars of 3G service, able to make phone calls and such that we couldn't do. So from that standpoint, I think it's working really well. One of the concerns I had was how it was going to handle the Wi-Fi handoff to go to cellular. No issue with that at all either. It's been seamless. Call quality has been great. It's worked as well as expected. In fact, you don't even notice anything going on with it. You don't notice all the handoff happening. It just works well. So I think once it becomes more mainstream, if you're thinking about jumping into it, you might want to really consider it. So before I end the video, I wanted to talk about this guy. This is our limited edition Techno Buffalo shirt. It's only going to be on sale for like 1 or so more days, depending on when you watch this video. So if you're watching it the day it goes up, hit the link down below if you want to order one, and then they're going to be gone forever. If you're watching this after the sales ended, I'm sorry, we'll do another one soon if you guys like this. Something we want to do is kind of fun, limited edition run. It's got the cool B logo. It's got Techno Buffalo emblazoned on the back. Feels nice and soft, and I don't know, it looks kind of techie. I love it. I hope you guys do too. So again, hit the link down below if you want to check it out. See you guys in the next one.